Travis Hunter is a true generational talent.
This guy is a rare talent. I mean, he is a freak. He's got I think if you're going to go find the best shutdown man, press man corner in college football, it's him. I know he's electric on the offensive side.
The question is, can he play both ways at the NFL level?
What are you at the next level?
Both, just like you saw me play.
You want to do both. How many snaps in a football game can you play?
All of them, if they give me the chance and the opportunity to do it.
Some would rather have him play strictly defense.
I'm going to draft him as a defensive player because he might score 5 touchdowns, intercepting passes. His hands are that good. He's never out of balance when you watch him play defense. The guy's always in position to catch the ball and defender. One of the things defensive backs have to have, everybody talks about vertical speed. Yeah, that's really important. But you have to have great balance to be able to change direction and not have wasted motion. And this kid does it effortlessly. And let's add in his conditioning. He plays all the plays on offense, he plays all the plays on defense, and he never gets tired. And he plays just as good in the fourth quarter as he does in the first quarter.
Offensive-minded coaches want him on offense.
I'm selfish. I'm on the offensive side of the ball. I want him to play receiver for me.
Right.
And so, but because I watch all the dynamic things that the kid does.
Maybe he is at his best playing both ways. This could be a rare instance where if you don't let the player play both ways, he takes a step back in development.
Came from both sides. And I can understand that, no, this is not an anomaly. This is who this kid is. I got to let him be him. Imagine if I was selfish and just was traditional and just played him on one side of the ball. We wouldn't see half of the plays that we've been blessed to see as a collegiate football player. I would have robbed him of that greatness that he has, that he's displayed for us.
There's obviously more snaps playing both ways, which would mean there's an increased likelihood of injury due to the added workload.
If you're out there double the amount of time, you double your exposure to injury. And then you end up maybe not being able to play both. Is your value to a team, if you're drafting, say at 2, because you can play both, or do you value that guy enough that if he's only playing one, and how long is he going to play on both sides of the ball? 4 years, 3 years, 5 years?
You're going to loathe my answer to this. I don't know, and I'm willing to find out.
His elite endurance makes him different. Being able to play both ways in Colorado at a high altitude, very hard to do.
I think what he's doing stamina-wise and just endurance-wise is unheard of. You got to be a certain type of guy to do that, Phil. I wasn't that type of guy. You can't partake in off the field extracurricular stuff like drinking and smoking and stuff like that, because you just won't have the capacity, you won't have the endurance to do it. Like I wanted to play offense all the time, but once we got off the field on 4th down, I was on my way to the bench to sit down and rest. I didn't have the energy to do it every play and play 150, 160 plays a game. Man, that's unheard of, man. You gotta be sleep. You gotta get your rest. You gotta be sleep at 9 o'clock, getting 9-10 hours of sleep every night, starting Monday, because what you do Monday through Friday is going to be you on Saturday.
NFL teams will need to be strategic on how they use him.
He's on the field. I mean, he will fight you. Like Deion said, you're going to be having a team drive down the field at the end of the first half and then flip the script and start the second half, have the ball, or at the end of the game, and we're not stopping this team. And there's Travis standing on the sidelines. How are you going to have that? You're not going to have that. And Travis is not going to allow you to have that, and you'd be an idiot to do that. So, I mean, it's common sense. You got a great player. Yes, you have to pick your spots. I think if he goes to Cleveland, you pick your spots on defense. He can't be out there all the time. We know it, but there's going to be critical drives, and you got to have him out there for those critical outcome determining drives.
Proven to be a lockdown corner.
What is the number one compliment any offense can pay a defensive back? Don't throw it at him. He only had 38 targets as a defensive back. I've heard people take swipes at his defensive numbers. It's like, well, he doesn't have defensive numbers. Exactly, because the ball doesn't go his way. In terms of, starting corners in the country, that's 231st in the country.
The NFL game is slower than the college game, so theoretically, it could be easier for him at the NFL level.
Which is college football plays are faster, like they come the average time between plays in college football 31 seconds and pro football's 35 seconds, so he'll actually have a little more time to get his wind in between plays. And so I think at this point it would be foolish to act as if this is beyond him.
This is a rare player that can do it all and never leave the field.
Travis is a unique individual. You know, again, Dave said it at the owners' meetings. You got to watch a lot of plays on him. So he's fun to watch. It's unique that, you know, the ball skills, the route ability, and then also the ability to go the other side and, you know, play corner. Like, you just don't see that very often. You know, a lot of times, if these guys can't catch or they can't play receiver, then they get moved to DB. But, you know, this guy can do it all.
On top of that, he's very loyal.
It's definitely important because, you know, I started this thing with Coach Crum and Shador and most of the coaches on the coaching staff, so I want to finish it off right, you know. I didn't give him a full season my first year, so I'm going to go ahead and, you know, end this thing off right. It's going to be our last game together. So.
He's also grounded and very mature.
You had a huge impact on HBCU, your career, and even now. Did you imagine that you have such a huge impact in that decision?
I say Coach Crum, he warned me. He let me know. You know, when we had that conversation of whether I was going to go or stay with Florida State, he let me know. He warned me. It's like, it's going to be a big impact, but you're a humble kid, and we know you can take on whatever comes your way.
He was one of the top players in college football at 2 positions.
You have 3 of the top 10 players in college football, and Travis is 2 of them. And that's
well said.
So now I'm going to go beyond that. We've seen from Travis things that we've seldom seen in college football.
True.
We saw from you in baseball and football things we seldom have seen from an athlete. Is Travis more talented as an athlete than you were?
It's not me against Travis. I had my turn, man. I'm not a doorknob anymore. You can't just turn me on and off for like a light switch anymore. I don't do that. Travis is everything. It's his turn now. I want him to have all the accolades, all the praise, all the love, all the attention, all the focus that he desires. I've had my turn.
How would he respond if he doesn't get the opportunity to play both ways?
If you had to choose between playing only one position in the NFL or never playing football again, what would you choose?
Just never playing football again.
That's how passionate you are about playing both positions. Why is that?
Yes, I've been doing it my whole life. I love being on the football field, and I feel like I can dominate on each side of the ball, so I really enjoy doing it.
Teams are trying to figure him out, but it's in a good way. Like, how can I maximize this talent?
I mean, my first meeting was at receiver, so yeah, definitely.
Oh, the first meeting was at receiver?
Yeah.
And you've never felt strongly about which one you prefer?
Nah, never.
Travis Hunter is the most confident player you will ever see.
What player you know can play receiver? And the game plan is about you on the offensive side of the ball, and then you go to the defensive side of the ball. Game plan is still about you. You never seen a player like me.
But he's mature, patient. Hunter is playing the long game.
But at the same time, it's not about the NIL, it's about the NFL.
NFL, correct.
But because I know if I would have went to go transfer somewhere else, could have got a major amount of money, but it ain't about the money. It's about getting to the NFL.
It's hard to bet against a player who has done something we haven't seen before.
I've never coached in the NFL, so it's almost unfair for me to answer that question. I'm not going to say that he can't do anything that he says he can, because when he started it a year ago, I didn't think that it would last long. He's in his 2nd year of it now. I think the difference will be if somebody in the NFL wants to pay that kind of money and let him get that many reps.
Travis Hunter can play all the snaps.
Listen, I want to play both sides. I want to play offense and defense, and it seems like everyone in the league has embraced that.
Oh, no, I think Travis Hunter is a generational talent. I think he's a talent that you're not going to see every single draft class, and I think it's a once-in-a-decade type of thing, maybe even longer than that. Travis Hunter is a player that we're just going to have to examine and study wherever he goes. He's a fit for everybody because he can play everywhere. He can play everywhere at a high level, and he's got the potential to be an elite guy at the next level at multiple different spots. And whoever drafts him just has to be very strategic with him. And I believe he can play both ways. I do not have any doubt against that. And whoever gets him, which really is looking like it could be the Cleveland Browns from what we're hearing in the media, unless they're just trying to blow smoke, but more than likely to Cleveland, he's going to make an impact at wide receiver, on the defensive side of the ball, possibly special teams. And this is just something we haven't seen before. It's something we can enjoy and watch on the field. This is a type of guy that you're just not going to see every year. This is why I say true generational talent, because how many drafts you see a guy drafted in the top 3, top 5, top 10 that's wanting dead set to play both sides of the ball and has done that at a high level at the college level. It's just not a usual thing. Let me know what you think about him in the comments below. Make sure to hit that subscribe button on the way out. One thing for watching. Catch you on the next video.